5 wide. Presented by Quick Trip's quality gasoline guarantee. It's just another way Quick Trip has you covered.
9 to noon, ready to go. I had a whole plan in place, some good sportsy stories, and then literally at the last second, a squirrel ran across the road, and now I'm like, hold on a second. Question, Butchie.
Yeah.
What Photoshop application would you use?
Not true. Not what you asked.
Edit photos.
He asked, what Photoshop would you get?
Would you get? Yeah.
If you were going to buy
What Photoshop? Well, I get what he means. What
Zane,
photo
come
editing
on, we've been doing a show
software?
well enough. You know the way I think. Come on.
What photo editing
I do.
software would you get to edit photos? And
Yeah.
that blew all of us away because we have a hard time, the king of the Butch Botch, understanding opacity and feathering tools
Mhm.
and
Why?
layers and pixels and other such things, and shading and RGB colors and all
Someone
the
just
other
wants
stuff
to
that goes
brush up
into.
a couple family Christmas
Why?
pictures.
Are
He's
you-
got Christmas
No.
cards going out. Zabe, goodness gracious, he's got to
No.
he
clean up
doesn't.
blemishes and maybe
Not at
take
all.
away
Does he know how to
diaper
use the
stains.
sponge tool?
I doubt
No.
it.
That's not
How
what I'm
about the
trying
burn and dodge tool?
to do. I'm trying to
Yeah.
come up with some graphic different things to put out there. I want to come out with some stuff that we can make up that I can make to put out on social media so we can have the audio stuff behind it so it looks cool and fun. Trying to
Who's
continue to
waiting?
grow the 97.3 game brand
It's
on
for
my
the
own.
brand.
like
You're
with my
working
brand
social
and come
now?
together.
You're working
No,
social?
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
taking
Josh,
initiative.
Josh, don't
to
get
grow
threatened
all of
here.
it.
Butchie is
Oh,
jumping in the
threatened.
social realm.
Threatened. Are you kidding me?
No,
I got
No,
so
Butch, it's
excited for
good.
a second. I was
It's
like,
called-
someone
it's
else
called-
is going to do something?
Butch is
Let's
enterprising.
go.
Butch is,
Let's go.
Butch is enterprising to try and do some extra,
I got my hands in a lot of fire. There's some different businesses I'm doing stuff with. I'm just trying to make, to continue to grow this thing.
Yeah, he'll do
I'm a
social
thinker
for his
here.
other stuff. You know?
And I'm
He's a
gonna, but I don't
business
like with
man.
our social. I want to continue to grow that so I can continue putting 97.3 out there. But I want it to look good. I don't want it to look like a 3-year-old did.
I think your ones look
Well-
good
Wow,
now.
Josh, wow.
That wasn't at Josh, John.
No, it's
Follow
at,
the conversation,
felt like
Jonathan.
it.
it's at the struggle.
Jonathan.
It's at the struggle bus. Listen, where's Brian Butch going to be this weekend? He wants it to be more than just the rectangular drop down.
Boom.
I got you.
That's
yeah,
one of them.
I've seen 'em,
Absolutely.
yeah, for
right?
sure.
Like there's a
I've
lot
seen him.
there.
I've seen him,
The
Butch.
ones that those are fine. Those were fun.
You
Yeah, right. I thought
saying-
it was good.
You saying I just want it to be good combined with how do I do it is a non-starter. 'Cause
Yeah.
if you do it,
Right.
it probably won't be good. And I
Right.
say that with no
Oh,
malice in
Butch.
my heart.
Come
I
on.
say that because you have no experience
Photoshop
in doing
is a
it.
complicated
How do you
program.
get
He
experience in
wants to
life?
start and learn and
By
try and be-
doing it.
But
Well,
bingo,
that's
ding, ding, ding. I don't
So
have the bell
start-
here. You guys have it. There
so
we
then
go.
start doing it.
Yeah.
But if you want it to be good right away, if you start doing this now, it'll be good in 3 years.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
Butch, I guess
don't know
the
that
answer-
it's
Smart.
that
year and a
hard.
half.
I guess the answer you figured out, Butch, is if you really want help to really help and figure out what to do to
Don't
make it
ask
better,
any of
don't
you.
ask this group.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's what you learned. If you really want help, and if you want help, then
All right.
don't ask this.
I'm going to I'll give you the quick answer. The quick answer is Adobe Photoshop is the industry standard. It's the most robust, deeply featured program, but it's complicated and daunting. And I believe, Josh, they work on a subscription model now.
Yeah,
You have to pay them every year.
That stinks.
it's a Adobe Suite usually.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
I will not pay-
$29.99 a month or something.
Yeah, I will not pay a subscription
It's a lot.
model. I used to use
It's
a really dumbed down version of it called Pixelmator. And that used to be completely free, and now they're charging for Pixelmator Pro, but it's only $29 as a one-time deal. So that's what I've got, and my Photoshop skills are terrible.
I use my phone Photoshop editor, my phone editor.
Yeah,
Hey, there we
what
go.
program?
It's just a phone. It's just my
Photos?
phone. Whatever. Yeah,
Just
photo
the
editor.
stuff that's embedded in the iOS
Yeah.
app.
You just
that's
click
not a bad
edit
way to
on
I
do
the
it.
make photo.
photo,
I make
And it
photos
makes
like
instant
this.
great photos.
like that.
you know.
Yeah.
Look at
Exactly.
that.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
That was
Butchie,
done.
I applaud your eagerness to get into it, and I think you should. But since your stated goal is to have things that look good, you need to outsource this to somebody skilled. We have
I'm
many
working
people
on it.
listening right now that
No,
would probably
don't
say,
say that.
I'll do it on the side
No,
for just fun.
no, he
What do you
needs
mean,
to
don't say
learn. I like the idea better of him learning to do it. I think that if more people that talked into microphones also learned how to do social media, I think that'd be a huge plus for a lot of people. I don't think you should outsource this, Butch. I think you should get Photoshop. I think you should put in the time. I think you should learn how to do it. You'll only get better over time. I think you should do it.
It was one of the only
Well,
classes I
doing-
actually enjoyed in college was my Photoshop
Yeah.
class that I had with Mr. Becker over at Carroll University.
Yeah,
I wish
shout out to
I
Mr.
wish
Becker. Hell
yeah.
yeah.
I wish I
Dan
could have
Becker.
had
Doing-
a class like that. I didn't get a
Do,
chance.
doing social media is different than photoshopping.
Oh, but
doing
it's
social
part of it.
media
all
is
part
about
of it now.
Understanding the platforms, leveraging best practices, tickling the algorithms. It's a whole thing.
It
It's
is.
very
Don't you see? So
complicated.
the reason I've been intrigued with this is, haven't you seen Wisconsin basketball Twitter or X and Instagram? Like, we've done Butchie's breakdown after every game.
Mhm.
I'm like, hey, that looks good. Not smart enough to do it myself. So now I'm like, hey, if I could do that for other things I do in life, that would be really cool.
That is
And
not
Okay, so
Photoshop.
simple
I know.
answer. Why are you asking us and not asking Wisconsin basketball how they do
I
it?
have. I have.
Well, they
It's
said
just
ask
a
those
normal
geniuses you guys work
conversation
with.
between friends.
Right.
You only ask one
right.
person for advice in life?
Yeah,
Well,
you
if
get
you like what
multiple-
Wisconsin
I get
basketball's
multiple
doing,
opinions.
I'm confused. If you like what Wisconsin basketball is doing with it and you want to do that, why? I mean,
Because me and
it's
Eric,
the
me and
natural-
Eric have already had the conversations there. We've had this conversation
Well,
about,
what did he
hey,
tell
this
you?
is how we do it. I got his opinion. I know Josh does this. I know Zabe does it. So I'm asked. I just simply
I
asked
don't
during a
do
break.
as much
I
as you
ask
think.
a lot of people.
That was your
questions.
mistake, Butch. You asked them too for their
Why
opinion.
would
You
I
really-
only? Why would I only want one opinion?
Right.
Why would I
Okay,
only
do you
want one? Like,
do you want our honest opinion, or do you want us to lie to you?
why would I
'cause if
not
you-
want your honest opinion? I'm a big
Because
boy.
my honest opinion is stop. Don't. It'll suck. You're wasting your time. There.
Okay.
There's
Hey.
my honest opinion. It's not polite,
See?
but it's the best advice I can
I
give
don't
you.
need
For
polite.
the record,
Zabe.
that's
I
his
want
answer
the-
regardless of the question.
Of anything.
sometimes you need the
Stop.
tough news.
Don't keep
Sometimes you
going.
need the tough
sucks.
love.
Like,
Stop.
Hey, I'll
Like
take it
Butchie
all
at
in.
Camp gives the tough love. You can't
I'll
do
take
a
it
drop
all
step,
in,
kid. You're only
and then you
5'7".
evaluate.
Right. Do you ever give tough love, honest opinions in basketball, Butchie, to kids?
All the time.
Okay. There you go.
All the time. I've told many parents your kid should not be playing AAU.
Here's the one thing I will tell you.
Really?
Oh, how did they respond to that?
Yeah. What?
They
that,
say
what
why?
that?
Why?
So,
My
it's a
kid's
money.
the best.
It's a money grab by a lot of AAU programs. They say,
Right.
what are they
Oh,
doing?
yeah.
Are they are you practicing? My when I say it, then I go, do you make an investment in the stock market? And if that stock is not giving you anything, do you just keep plugging money in, or do you evaluate it? Say, okay, I got to go in a different direction and change something.
But I want to
Do you
support my
continue to
kid in
make-
my dream.
Do you continue to make investments if you're not getting any return on your investment?
So my
If the kid is not in the driveway practicing, if the kid is not doing stuff on his own, and it's the only stuff the kid is doing is stuff you're investing in, why are you still making that investment if what you're doing with your child, if they're not doing anything to make a return on that investment?
Okay,
I've
so
heard
I'm
this.
interested in this now. So this is based off of the kid solely and what the kid does in addition to AAU. So AAU,
Oh, boy.
I'm assuming you would love for kids that are passionate about basketball to the point where that's all they live, breathe, and eat is AAU, and they're out there practicing in their driveways and they're leaving practices and doing additional things.
Yeah, I think it's a great. There's a place for AAU, but it's not
How
for
do the
every
parents?
kid.
How do the parents take that when you let them know, hey, your kids aren't putting in the extra work that, or do they acknowledge that? Do they?
I think
it
most
good?
parents are very appreciative because they don't understand it. The thing about it is it's somewhat of a racket because most parents don't know.
Yeah.
But they know their kid loves a sport. And just like any other parent, they're going to give every opportunity for their kid to have success.
Exactly. So they assume
Just like, but they don't know.
right. They assume putting the money in is like, buying a my
That's
son
what
likes
they're
the
doing.
violin or the saxophone. I'm gonna buy him a saxophone. They assume it's
Absolutely.
like that. When really it's like, no, you're not helping them. It's like I kind of get that.
Absolutely.
Every,
So you're having an honest conversation.
and
I
the-
can
then you-
I can see the conversation now, but she goes, AAU. What you really need to is enroll in one of the Brian Butch basketball camps
Let's go.
coming this summer to a gymnasium near you.
Hey, there
I
aren't that
think
many
that's-
concanuples, right?
yeah, big.
goodness
I think
gracious,
there's a lot
dude.
of things that need to happen though. Like there's all of it can be in play. You can play AAU, but you still have to work on your skills. You still have to improve. Like you look at the college kids right now. If you watch a college basketball game, you tell me where the basketball IQ is gone. They just rely on playing. Like there's no moving without the basketball. It's all ball dominant because that's what.
But
AAU
that's
has
also because
become.
Butchie, isn't it mostly just games? I
It's
mean,
all
That's
games.
all they're doing with AAU.
it
Absolutely,
is all games. So I
That's
mean,
all
like,
it is.
even though it can't be, are you taking your 200 shots every other day to make
Yep.
sure that you're getting better on your own? That part of it is how the game continues to get taught.
Quick question.
Absolutely.
Quick question to you, Butchie, on that end. If you took a group of kids that didn't just play games and did just learn basketball IQ, who would you say that is in the college game right now? Who knows the college game, who studies the college game, who's able to work that basketball IQ, and can they compete with these teams that just run games all the time?
I think Tyler Kolek's pretty good. I would say Tyler Kolek fits that mold of no one understand how to play the game the right way.
There are mid-major programs every year that shock high major programs of kids that are highly ranked, right? And a lot of those kids have to learn, how to play as a group, fundamental. They're usually there longer, right, Butch? In those programs, they're playing together longer. So I think you're right, Billy. It's less practice and drill and fun. They travel and play games. That's what it is. Because a lot of parents have a pipe dream that their kid's going to be Con Knipple. Well, that's not how it's going to work.
Butchie, I'm telling you.
Saw him last night.
If you get a chance,
you
got to go see him.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about a dude that combines talent and the basketball IQ?
Yeah.
33 at Wisconsin Lutheran is something amazing to watch.
Maybe they should already give him a contract. Maybe they should already give him a big contract, even though he hasn't played in the majors.
Like Jackson Chorio?
Yeah.
You don't like that?
If he gets drafted, he will get a contract.
Maybe they should. If we know he's good now,
well,
have some team lock him up.
Why don't you go ask Mike Heller about Con Knipple's contract and see what conversation you get back there?
I don't understand that.
He's got opinions. Mike
He's got opinions.
Oh.
Certain people get opinions when guys decide to go to a different university.
Oh,
I see.
Crazy idea. A lot of people do.
Eddie and Stella says Butchie's going to be going full Gordon Ramsay on kids' parents someday. Can you imagine that?
That's right.
The kid can't do it. Look at this.
Oh, yeah. No,
you watching this?
no.
You see that crossover? Kid kicks
Two
it off his
pieces of
foot every
bread.
time.
Two
But
pieces
what
of
about if he
bread,
tries
put them
really,
on the
really
side
hard?
of your face and say, "This is you. You're a
Idiot
sandwich."
Idiot
Idiot sandwich, right?
Hey, every kid get better. Just got to give them some information.
When people ask me if they should start a podcast, I give them the same advice, Butch.
Yeah,
Or say,
absolutely.
just go away. Don't
Yeah,
do it.
don't
It's
do a
not worth it.
podcast. Yeah,
And you hate podcasts.
No, I don't hate
And
podcasts.
people.
I don't
Yeah,
hate
you
all.
do.
No, I don't hate all podcasts.
You hate all
I hate when
podcasts.
everyone thinks they can do a podcast. There's not enough. There's too many podcasts out there. There's not enough people able to listen to it for the amount of time that want to listen to it. If you're out there and you want to start a podcast, good. You better do it because you like to do it yourself.
Hey,
Not
John,
'cause
how
you
are
think
your
it's
two
gonna get
podcasts?
big.
They doing well?
Well, it's different. It's different
Breaking
when
the
John,
stick, baby.
No, it's different when John.
Here's the pitch.
With
And
Josh.
There it goes.
No, John has something. John has something people want to hear about from him. That's totally different.
All righty.
It's not. It's not the point.
Have the Beatles walk us.
Obviously, the
There
point I
you
make.
go. Yeah, this is for you. This is for you,
The
Armin.
key to any podcast is poor sound quality and tons of commercials.
There you go.
Do you get a good night's sleep? Well, if you get a Casper mattress now, you have 100 days to decide if it's the right mattress for you. I don't have time for underwear that bunches up. That's why I wear MeUndies. Sounds like you could use Blue Apron. Have you ever wanted to receive a vegetable in the mail? Then you need Blue Apron. I'm like obsessed with the stir fry. Brian here likes the Moroccan beef.
I have no opinion on the Moroccan beef, Peter.
Brian, this is not art. This is commerce.
Yes. All right, boys. Tag your it. 9 to noon is next. Take it away. Thanks, Butchie and Josh, as always. We'll see everyone tomorrow.